Well, good day everyone and welcome to my backstep. I'm Al. If you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. It really helped out the channel. I'm back in the workshop today, as you can see from the clip that I had on the beginning. It's not very nice out. It's been like this now for a couple of days. We shovel out. The next day we get a snowstorm. Today it's like this out. Tomorrow, guess what? There's another snowstorm coming. Yay! That's like 4 in a row, 5 in a row, something like that. It's just snow after snow after snow. It's getting very hard driving around. It's very treacherous, so going out is not the greatest at the moment for anything. And this snow is supposed to continue on throughout today. We get a little break tomorrow morning, and then we're going to get hit again with another snowstorm. So, I'm in the workshop. Yep. That's okay. I don't mind. We're going to have us a little bit of fun. I got that old monitor to take apart. And I have a little something else to take apart. A couple of things actually. And I may work on some of my circuit boards today, which I've been putting up on the ceiling, but some of them are going to have to come down because there's pieces I don't want to take off. Well, I still got some big ones down here I can work on anyway. Yeah, so that's the fun of this. Could get my earbud in so I can listen to music while I'm doing this. I got some more little screwdriver bits. I thought it was going to be longer when I ordered it. It wasn't. But it's longer than the ones. Well, I don't know what happened there then, guys, but my camera decided to stop recording. I don't know why. Interesting, but it did. So yeah, I might work on some of my bench today, getting that cleaned up and that as well. But right now, I just got to set up a couple things, so I will get back with you in a minute. Alrighty guys, here's the monitor. Very old. See if there's a date on there. It's all in Chinese. It is all in Chinese. All of it. So, no date, but I need Phillips screwdriver. We got some longer bits here now, so I might get away with these. This is the longest one in there. And it helps to have the battery in the drill. That might make a good bin for putting some stuff in, you know. Now, let's get the power cord off. Solid for a minute. This thing should just slide off. There we go. Look at that. That's a nice bit of copper in these. And this is the screen itself. Sometimes there's a copper antenna around them, but there's not around this one. Hopefully this summer where it's not going to get broke. Is that stable? This looks like copper. Yep, it's copper. This thing is full of copper. I'll take this apart in a minute. on this thing. The old knobs. That's taped up. I don't think that's supposed to be like that. Looks like we got some aluminum. I'm going to throw this copper in my copper bin. Get this bit of solder off here. The big spool of copper on right here. I'll show it to you when I get the board off. There's a long plug on this. The knot out of it. Plug. Wire. Deal. Still look like a screw nut. It is. Oh. Screw right here. Let's just going to be steel. This is a nice clean piece of aluminum. You get the twist ties off. Twist ties are not copper or anything, they're just metal and plastic. These are my bigger covers. So there's a nice clean piece of aluminum. Here's one of the boards. This thing should be full of copper, but it needs to be smashed. But if you look, this here has a whole copper spool on it. This is full of copper. These blue ones have silver in them from everything I hear. Not this tall one, but this little round one. This one here. Not this one here. There's a fuse on there, some switches. A couple of other spools of copper. And then we got this board here. A whole lot of wires stuck onto it. Not much on that one. I've seen people hauling these things apart. There's supposed to be something in them. And these posts are not, they're not gold or anything. Throw that in the circuit boards. This one here is going to go in with the circuit boards too. There's not much on this one. I think I'm going to start taking these and just throwing them in. I got a bottle here for them. I'm going to throw them in there. I don't know about the rest of them. I know the blue ones, they say got silver in them, but I don't know about the rest of them. So. And then there's this. This is a power supply. Got a couple of clips on there. Pull those off. And this one is got the metal casing on it, so That's copper tape all the way around it. Take that off. You can see it's soldered on there, right there. But that's a nice piece of copper right there. And this thing is full of copper. This is not copper, this is just cardboard. This thing is full of copper. I'm going to cut it down with my blade. You see that okay? Let's take these off first. Oh, they're going into my practice. This is one of the ones that's just going to fall apart. There's not a lot of varnish on it. This, look, lots of copper in here. And this is varnished. The only bad thing about it. Well guys, I don't know how much of this video is actually coming out. My camera keeps turning off on me. I don't know what you missed of it, but I took apart that big thing. I took all the copper out of it. Came it all nice and clean. There's some little bits of plastic in there. I'm not worried about that. That'll all clean up as I'm doing it to melt down. This plastic, however, is all garbage. I'm hoping I don't lose a whole lot of video. So, yeah. Let's do this thing. Now, I don't really need this big long bit in here anymore right now, so I'll swap it out for a short one. Shorter one. magnetic. Is that other one I just threw down there magnetic? Yep. So this one is going to be copper or bronze. Thinking copper. This one looks like it might be magnetic. Yep. Okay, my camera keeps shutting off saying low battery. It's plugged in. I don't know how long I'm getting on each one of these segments, but it hasn't been very long. So, let's see how far we can get along with this one. I've got it plugged in now. I'm not going to move the camera anymore, so I'm just going to lean in when I got to for now. This hair has to come off. This is just plastic attached to it. There's a little board that's gone on the floor. Now these have some clips on the side here. They'll just pop right off. Slide them up. Get hold of them. There you go. So this broke off out of the way. There's two big pieces of, oh god, my brain is missing it now. Iron ferrite in there. There's one. 4 of them in there like that. Sometimes with the bigger ones they'll just pop right apart. This one seems like it's got some extra pieces holding it together. So, it's blue. It's the iron ferrite. Of course, the copper's wrapped around it. In the bigger ones, it's not really wrapped like that, I don't think. It's just there. Of course, this is an older one too, so. Doesn't seem like it, but it is worth it because this is just one side. And it's a nice piece of copper comes out of them. I'll get back with you in a few minutes. Alrighty, I got that other one done and put in the bin. Let's have a look at the couple of pieces that are on here. Mainly this. Just pop right off. And this. This also should just, yep, pop right off. That looks like steel. Yep, it's not an aluminum sink, which is strange. They're usually attached to aluminum. I know this has copper in it, but this thing is sealed up with resin, so it needs to be smashed. This piece here can come off. And I'm gonna get this piece on the bottle. These are the ones that I'm keeping. They're the ones that are supposed to have silver in them. Now I don't know what I did with the bottle. Oh, hey, organized. This is going in front of me, so I don't lose it again. Not that it had far to go to get lost down here. For now, I'm just going to lay that in with my circuit board stuff. Let's see about getting this. This should just unwind. One there. It's a nice thick wire for what it is. Now we got this piece. I'm just going to break the end off of this. That's all. And it just pops right off. And pull all the copper off of that just like that. It all adds up, guys. All adds up. Like I said, I'm not doing this to get rich or anything. By no means. It's mostly fun. Sometimes frustrating, but mostly fun. Now this switch may have copper contacts. Silver contact actually, look, there's a couple in there. A little silver contact on that there. It's going to go in my contact. And there's another one in here. Getting to this one is going to be a little more difficult. Maybe I can pull it out from the bottom. Yep. There it is. It's a little blurry, but that's the little silver contact. And the rest of this is garbage. These switches I know don't have much in them, so I'm not going to bother with those ones. I've seen people hauling these apart and there's copper inside of them. These square pieces. Let's just see. Get the wires off. Doesn't look like copper. Give it a fall test, huh? Okay, let's give it a foil test. Don't stick to the magnet. And it does look like copper in there. Yeah, I believe that's copper. So these things I can take off all the boards too. I'm going to put them in a separate container though. I'm going to put them in this. And then when I melt that down, I'll see how that comes out. So let's keep that in mind. The hot plate seems to be heating up good. Trying a little test here to see. Trying a little something, a little experiment here. I will show you more if it starts to work. Right now it's just an experimental procedure, we'll say. With no basis in reality. I do need some more plastic. Hardly think I'd be saying that. It's okay for the moment. This is plastic. Now, let's get these wires cleaned up, shall we? I'm going to work on cleaning these up. This, I'm just going to be stripping it. I'll give the camera a break, see if it'll charge a little bit. And and I will get back with you guys very shortly. Oh, there we go. That's all the little wires done. Now this was actually a bit surprising because this came out of the cord, like the plug, which I knew it was going to be pure copper. But all those little wires are actually tin copper, which is still copper, but it has a tin coating. It's an older machine, so I wasn't expecting that really. I was expecting this to all be actual copper, pure copper. But it's still going in my copper beam. And as I'm melting down, I separate this and I'll melt all the tin copper down in separate bars. They'll still come out as copper bars. It's just they will have some tin in them, which is not as pure as the copper bars that I've been doing up. Let's see if I can move you a little bit without dangerous thing to move the camera without knocking it out here today. So that was the big thing. The little experiment is still going over here. It's not doing much of anything at the moment, but it's still going. I need a drink. I'm getting kind of thirsty. Still very nasty out. Out my window. Let's see. It's not nice. The wind is blowing, and it's still snowing. Like I said, it's supposed to stop for a little bit, but not for long. Root beer's good. I need the cover to lay on it. Lay it over there. Otherwise stuff flicks in it. I don't need to be drinking my scrap. No. Certainly not. Now, let's see what else I can get into here for a minute or two. Oh, that wind is blowing. Blowing bad. Alright, you guys, I'm just going to have a little bit of my drink and I'll get back with you in a couple of minutes or so. Alright, you guys, this has been sitting here for a little while. This is the steering wheel that goes on the computer. I'm going to do this now. This is going to be my last little project for today. I'm honestly not expecting a big lot out of this. Maybe some circuit boards. There may or may not be a small motor in here for force feedback. Some of them have that stuff, some of them don't. There'll be some metal. Screws are missing over there already. want to come out. Let's try one more time. Well, hang apart. Oh, God. One little circuit board there. That was one of the legs that flew over there. Little control circuit board. It's all plastic. The steering column itself. This is going to be interesting. There are buttons. Rubber. I'm going to work on this side first, I believe. Whatever they were there for. I don't see any screws to take this out. Big knot on it. Plastic. Big springs in there, huh? Some wire. There's a shaft in there that's turning with the knot. So no matter how much you turn it, it's not fundamental. They're the ones that's holding the springs. These are lock nuts too, they're not just plain ones, they got the ring in them to lock them in place. I don't have to take this apart, most of this is just steel in here, there's not much of anything else in it. I just kind of want to clean up the steel from the plastic. Because that's a hunk of plastic in there. I'm going to get this over a bit better, maybe. This wire that's going in my bin. Those springs are kind of neat. Hang on to this like this, I might have a use for something like that. Piece of steel. Now for the steering wheel itself. some of this cleaned up first. Aluminum. Springs. This is just all rubber and plastic. This is molded onto this plastic, so there's not much you can do with that. One more little small circuit board in here. A couple of lights. Some more plastic. That's what you get out of that. I didn't expect much out of it. The foot pedals are down there too. They're going to be the exact same thing with it. I don't know how hard they're going to be. Alright, just give me a minute, I gotta dig them out. Alrighty guys, now the foot pedals. This is the battery charger, that's not part of it. Let's get that out of there. But the foot pedals have these cables on here. They're full of wire. It's only one. That's going to get a snip right away. Little tiny, teeny tiny wires in these. You can see all the pins. There's a wire for each one of them pins. This does have some gold pins. There's probably gold connectors inside that one. So let's get these off. project for another day. And this wire is one I'm going to wire in. It's too small to mess with today. Oh, there's a whole bunch of screws in this one too. And they're all small by the looks of it. Big weights in there. I wonder are they lead? I doubt it. Probably pieces of steel. Yeah. Pieces of steel. Looks like they're just glued on with a little strip. That's pretty neat. I got a bare steel now. I got two actually. Look at that. And then we got some plastic, of course. Like I said, there's not much to this. A couple of springs. These are just that's all you get out of that foot pedal. The rest is plastic. So you see, like, some of this stuff is not, it's fun to take apart. But if you're scrapping the scrap, this stuff is not what you want to get for it. It takes up a lot of room. And there's a lot of waste. But for me, it's just fun to take it apart. These are like dimmer switches they use for it. And as you can see, this is the size of the wire that's inside these cables. That's why I said I'm not gonna mess around with those. Certainly not today. There is a method of cleaning these wires I saw online, where you just kind of put them in a container and all the rubber turns to ash. And that's what I might end up doing with them. Building a container to put them in. It takes a little bit to get the container, but could be worth it. Make things a whole lot quicker for taking stuff apart. Well, not taking stuff apart, taking the copper out of the wire. Lots of screws and stuff everywhere now. Garbage. That's not garbage. And of course I got some plugs to do. Them all in there. I might actually put them in this hot plate that I have going here. This is not working to melt the metal. It's not getting hot enough, but it should get hot enough to soften the rubber on those, to clean them. So there's that. So I'm going to keep that hot plate for that actually. I don't know if this is going to be able to have a use for anything or not. That's the clamps that held the steering wheel onto the desk. Laying there for now. Probably going to end up throwing it in the garbage. Well guys, that's going to be it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode of My Back Step. I really appreciate every single one of you guys for stopping in. Hopefully this video comes out okay because of the stops. I'm hoping that I didn't end up with a whole lot of corrupt video. Just cleaning up a little bit of stuff here now before I go up. So nothing major on the go. Still storming out like crazy. That's all we can do about that. Can't control the weather. Not yet anyway. Maybe one day. Alrighty guys. As always, be safe, have fun. And I will catch you all on the next one.